Hello and good afternoon to everyone who have joined us today to view this exclusive webinar with Asia Pacific University in Malaysia. In today's 1 hour, we will be discussing about the university in the first 30 minutes, and then we'll be moving on to the Q&A session where students you'll be able to ask questions directly and we'll be addressing them. Today we have Mr. Mohammed Ali from Asia Pacific University with us, who has joined us for this exclusive webinar. Over to you, Mr. Ali.
Thank you so much, and thanks a lot to Qadri International for organizing this amazing session. I'm sure this will help for all those who are interested in going and pursue their education overseas and have Malaysia as an option in their mind. Before I could begin, I would just say that Malaysia has a lot to offer when it comes to higher education options and facilities. We do offer a lot of services in terms of international students, welcoming around close to 200,000 international students who are coming to Malaysia to study at the moment. At APU itself, we have students from all over the world, and I will be covering that as we move on. But when you're talking about and discussing overseas option, I think Malaysia is definitely an amazing choice. Because of diversity in life and low cost of living, it has a lot of advantages for international students. So I will just begin quickly, since we have been told that I only have around 30 minutes for this session. Starting off, first off, I will just introduce us. We are a little over 30 years old now, and we have produced close to 50,000 undergraduates since our inception back in the early 90s. And currently we have around 13,000 students who come from over 130 different countries to study with us. As a focus university, our focus has always been an infusion of technology. And later shortly, when I will be covering the course areas offered by APU, I will be talking a little bit more about why and what infusion in technology means and why it means a bit more, especially looking at how the world is changing and how things are moving towards technology and what Gulf has to offer for technology graduates in terms of opportunities. And I think it's something which we all have to look at now. In terms of employability, Malaysia do have a survey which is done by the Ministry of Higher Education, and our graduates are very heavily sought after in that survey. For the last 5 years, we have been maintaining a 100% track record for our graduates being taken by the ministry. We are an education group. So when I say we are an education group, that would mean that we have a university, a college as a language center, and we do have few overseas campuses as well. And we do work in partnership with few universities overseas, and I will be exploring that part as well later shortly. I think in terms of recognition, we are no short of any recognition. So while our students are well recognized and accredited all over, under the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia, we have achieved the highest rankings which are available for any university to take. And we stand tall as a technology university in Malaysia. We have a premier digital tech status, being the first university in Malaysia to have achieved that, alongside 100% employability and a multicultural learning experience, for which even QS has rated us very highly. We are among the top 10 private universities in QS university ranking, so in Malaysia. So even if you are talking about us being the youngest in terms of our participation in QS, which we started doing only post 2019, our rankings and our track record has been amazing. In Asia, we are currently ranked somewhere in 178, whereby in the recently released world rankings, and we have also achieved the highest tier for all the services and all the rating points which are being awarded under QS, including teaching, internationalization, facilities, in terms of our inclusiveness, our employability, our online learning, our academics. We are 5-star in all of them, and we are only one of the 19 universities in the world to have achieved a 5-star plus rating under QS. We are also ranked #1 for international students in the Asian ranking system. In the world, we are at number 16, while in Malaysia, we are #1 as well. And I think that talks a lot about the diversity which we have to offer at campus. Talking about the campus, I think we offer an amazing array of facilities and services, whereby we have two campuses which are just touching distance away from each other, and we do have a range of facilities because these are purpose-built campuses, fulfilling student needs in terms of their study and other living requirements. So looking at the campus, we do have a group of buildings, and we call it a living campus because it comes with a range of facilities within the campus. A lot of facilities accompanied by a central spine connected with buildings on both sides. And also we do have a lot of these facilities which are need on day-to-day basis for students, like cafeterias and other facilities. This is a center point of the university, which is one of my personal favorite area in the university as well, where you can see flags from all the countries whereby our student body is being represented from. We have large auditoriums where we do invite people from the industry, professionals to come and deliver lecture series on different topic areas to enlighten our graduates as they move on and embark their journey towards their career orientation. We also have a very nice library which have different sections in terms of individual learning and also sharing resources and all that. We have a lot of options available within that. When I say that we are a tech-focused university, I actually mean that we work on everything with technology as a center point in mind. And that is where, if you look into the university, we do have roughly around 60 over different kind of labs which are available. So whether it's engineering or IT or fintech or AI or cybersecurity, APU has one of the top facilities rated by employers and the industry alike. And we are very proud of these facilities, which offer students a very good grasp in terms of their learning knowledge and actually helps them to practice their knowledge as they study and embark their journeys with us. We also have a separate postgraduate center for anyone who wants to come and study a master's program with us, with classrooms specially designed to fulfill their needs, and even their sitting area and their knowledge sharing area to be very customized so they can learn from the environment and they find it easy to share their resources. We were among the first ones in Malaysia to start an augmented reality lab, which is called a Meta Studio or a Meta Lab. We do have courses available in augmented reality, virtual and mixed reality as well. We also have a psychology center whereby again our focus is on technology, and we do offer an area which is very interesting and very high in demand these days, called cyber psychology. So while we are talking about criminal psychology, child psychology, and a few other courses as one of the top areas among the psychology graduates, the demand of cyber psychology is going up, and that is one area which is offered at APU, among the first ones in Malaysia to offer that. We also became the first university in Malaysia to start something on fintech, which is currently offered in the 3 different degrees in Malaysia. So we are talking about a fintech academy, which actually facilitates an IT degree in financial technology, a banking degree in financial technology, and also an actuarial degree with a specialism in fintech, which actually will help students to gain knowledge on how digital currencies, robo-advisor, crypto, and all that works. And I think this is a really exciting area. We also have a lot of design and drawing studios, which are in the campus. We do have specialisms on product design, furniture design, sustainable development, and many others as we look into our design workshops, which are usually cater our courses and programs in the industrial design, green studio as well, because we do have degrees on visual effects and also as well as digital advertising and few others to offer. We even have a language center for students who might be needing a little bit more English before they can walk in into their mainstream programs, and we do have different courses available on that. We have a cafeteria which serves 10 to 12 different genres of food, whereby we are looking into different kind of food options with roughly close to 150 to 200 options during lunchtime every day for students to look at. That means you can go on eating a new thing, a new flavor every day for a whole month without even repeating, or both times of the day, and that is something which we have tried to achieve. We also have a clinic on campus, regular facilities like a convenience store, banking facilities, sweat zone. We also have a swimming pool ready, which will be coming in place very soon, waiting for some approvals, and some sports facilities, including indoor futsal and basketball and few other options also available on campus. We also have a bus service, which we call as APU Campus Connect, which actually connects you to the nearby train station, something very similar to Dubai Metro, which I'm sure you guys must be aware of being in the Gulf. And these metros are connecting you to the whole city, and the buses can take you within 5 to 10 minutes, drive subject to traffic to those metros, and you can take these shuttles to go anywhere in the city. As a university, we believe on a living campus, and we do have always student safety and student service in mind, and that's where we also have our on-campus accommodation, which comes in different options of single rooms, twin rooms, and few different kinds of room options in terms of sizes and shapes, to facilitate student learning in terms student residency, keeping that in mind. And we do have all these rooms coming as a combined rooms in terms of being saturated on different floors and coming with attached bathroom as well. We also have a kitchen facility available on each floor for students if they want to cook. We also have, in terms of our sports, apart from the sports, we also have a lounge, international lounge for students, whereby they can engage themselves into different indoor activities, a lot of indoor sports which are available for them. And so we try to make the environment more friendly for them. Talking about the vision and mission of the university, I think one of the key aspects of the university has always been an affordable, internationally benchmarked, and student-centered university. And I think student-centric vision is something which we always keep with us, and we always like to see our students doing very well and getting the best of both worlds. So when we talk about our key thrust, we are always been very focused on technology, quality recognition, accreditation, and also making sure that students have got enough and ample opportunities to participate in research, going into different competitions, and also work on to the commercialization side, which will be the key requirement when you touch the industry. And that brings me to our vision in one big circle, which actually I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned about it in the beginning as well. So if you see, majority of the students, I don't know about our attendees today, since we are meeting online, and I don't know that what backgrounds you are from, but in general, if you look at, I think majority of the students, they are still looking at a very old school kind of specialisms. When I meet students in most of the exhibitions these days, I will see that these students will be looking at sometime, asking for simple courses or very generalized courses. So, for example, someone want to go for computer science and IT will ask about CSIT or software engineering. Someone going for business will only ask about BBA or something in marketing, maybe, or accounts, or maybe finance. But we are not looking at how the world has changed. Talking about Gulf, for example, you can see in the last 10, 15 years, the whole Gulf has changed. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, they all have taken a leap forward in terms of developing the infrastructures. UAE is now talking about flying taxis, AI built, maybe introduced another 4 to 5 years time. They're talking about air-conditioned highway from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. They're talking about a smart capsule. They're talking about a highway or a train tunnel which can connect India from Dubai under the sea. And these are small projects. They are not small projects. They are huge projects, and they are projects which will require a lot of workforce. They will require a lot of people who come with a very strong technology infusion with them. And let's not forget, Saudi Arabia is building 2 smart cities. Let's not build that after gaining the success of World Cup football. Qatar is now building another smart city, focusing Olympics in 2036. And these are things which will happen everywhere in the world. I mean, I'm, of course, talking about examples here for Middle East only because we are in Middle East. But if you talk about apart from Middle East, China, Korea, Japan, US, Germany, they all are working on different principles whereby they are trying to go big. India, as an example, India has gone huge. They are investing a lot. They are inviting all those big companies to come over and invest in their country because they also want to build on the infrastructure, something similar to what Middle East has done. So that is where generalized courses won't work. So if you're going for a degree in CS, software engineering, and IT, I will say that your chances of getting a quality job or a job which is really career oriented might not be very high. And that might amaze you. But on the other side, if you do have a degree in IoT, a degree in cloud engineering, a degree in fintech, that might enhance your chances. I mean, look around you, how many people have degrees in those areas compared to how many people are holding software engineering and computer science degrees. The same goes for business. Business management is almost out now. People are looking into digital leadership. People are looking into e-business. Areas like digital marketing are high in demand. I'm myself a degree holder with a marketing background. But if you would have asked me 20 years ago, I would have told you that marketing is a good area. But today, if you ask me a simple marketing degree, I might not agree with you. And I will say that you may want to go for something in digital marketing. And I think that's where the world is moving towards. I just talked about cyber psychology, how people cognitive behaviors and people mindset and people thinking style has changed with the introduction of social media and how people have different set of problems compared to what they used to have 15 years ago. And the same happening in the finance sector. I mean, I'm in Gulf for the last 4 days, and I don't even have a one single currency hard note in my wallet, in my pocket. Why so? Because I don't need it anymore. I have my phone with me, I have my card with me, and that is good enough. And that is exactly what is happening in all businesses now. So I think as and if you are talking about in terms of moving forward and going and spending into technology, I think that's where the jobs are coming into. So if you really want to go and invest in something, I will suggest you to invest in IoT. What is IoT? IoT is programming which relates to apps, uh, how I can handle my car while it's in the parking and I'm sitting many kilometers away from it, how I can control that car, how I can control my fridge or a smart washing machine at my house while I'm at work. And that is exactly what apps and internet has given me the power to do so. Sustainable computing is one area which is going very high. I mean, look at how power has changed, how Google and IBM is now using wind turbines to provide energy and resources to their centers as compared to fossil fuels and few other options which were available last time, and how they are changing towards that. And that is exactly what is happening to the world. How cybersecurity has become a key area because with everything right from your house to your personal data to your shops to your banks, everything is under a password. Anyone can just walk away with your vital information, and that's where you need a cybersecurity expert, especially if you're owning a company. How mechatronic engineering has changed. Engineering area, I remember coming to Middle East 10 years ago and people asking me about civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical, electronic, and telecommunication. And today, there is hardly inquiry about telecommunication. There's hardly people talking about civil engineering and electrical, electronic. I mean, there are people who will ask about it. But if you see on how Expo 2020 held in UAE and how Qatar World Cup was done, there were robots which were helping people to move around. And that's what mechatronic is all about. Look at China, how they have changed the model of home delivery from the restaurants. Imagine a drone bringing tea and coffee to your house, to your window. And that is what mechatronic has brought in. You are talking about mechanical working together with electronic and computer engineering. And that is how the world has changed. So I think that is where you got to look into very smartly when you are choosing a subject area. And I think that is very, very important. And when you talk about APU, we have that all for you. So we offer a range of these high quality, cutting edge, in-line and in-demand degrees which are offered by us. And we are talking about these courses offered at undergraduate and postgraduate level. So at undergraduate level, most of these courses are available for 3 years. And look at our partnerships. We work with the world. So when you talk about all those high-end companies, those companies which are recognized and those companies where people look at as dream career, are all working together with APU as collaborative partners. And we are so lucky and fortunate that we have so many of our graduates working for these companies as well. So when you talk about the industrial collaboration, that remains to be one of the key areas at APU, that we don't only emphasize on the courses, but we also talk about that how you are getting that industrial exposure, because that is something which is very, very important. We are talking about degrees in business. Again, while we do offer the conventional degrees, we still focus a lot more in terms of international business management and other specialisms like digital marketing, leadership, and all. And the same goes in terms of our collaborations, whereby we work together with CMI, DMI, SAP University Alliance to provide graduates with these kind of specialisms or certificates or professional qualifications, which will give them an edge as compared to many others. So there might be someone who might be coming with a business degree, but he may not have a CMI digital a dual accreditation. And when you go and apply for an A-listed company, the company may require you to have that, because they might be following the CMI practices as well. And that might be a plus point for you. So I think that is something you may find any university nearby you in 5 to 10 kilometers offering a business degree, and you can say, oh, it's a business degree, I can do it anywhere. But then again, you have to think whether that business degree it really offers what you actually need. If you really want to go at a certain length and you want to work with some of the top companies, and that is something which is very, very important. We also have degrees in media, communication, international relation, which is a vital area. I think the world has become a war playground now. There are so many things which are happening on daily basis, and that is where international relation has become very important. In businesses, we saw in China what happened with the cotton industry 2 years ago, and that was a high area. And then there are many other things which brings international relation into the limelight. We also have accounting and finance degrees, where an area of accounting technology is something which is very high. The reason I put new here is because this area is something which is really reflected very highly by accounting companies now, because they have a lot to offer in this. But unfortunately, even ACCA, CIMA, and some of the professional qualifications do not have it in their existing paper set. They have introduced some new papers, but existing data set, they don't have those technologies which can help accounting professionals. So it's something which you can achieve in a degree. And then we have actuarial studies with financial technology and data analytics as a specialism. We also offer some of the top exemptions, highest exemptions for most of these areas. And students will not only get a degree, but they will also get maximum exemptions when they go through that. APU is also among the top 4 in Asia in terms of actuarial studies. I'm referring to talking about the full accreditation under IFOA. There are 3 main bodies, UK, US, and Canada, and we are talking about getting highest number of accreditations under block exemptions, and that is what makes APU very special. On top of the specialisms which we also offer, which majority of the universities do not offer as such. In terms of engineering, we do have mechanical, mechatronic. We also have petroleum and electrical and electronic engineering available. Again, fully accredited by Board of Engineers in Malaysia and recognized worldwide. We also have a lot of degrees on design. I have talked about on how these areas have come up, especially when you talk about industrial design. Companies like IKEA and many others are doing wonders. Toys R Us is another example which is attracting a lot of good designers because that's where innovation plays a very important role, and these are highly paid jobs. We also offer one-year master's program in different areas where we have digital leadership and supply chain management and fintech, data science, cybersecurity, and AI offered by us, alongside our postgraduate programs in master's and PhD. We also offer some of the programs now as online as well. So if you are looking for your job security and wanting to work while in your home country, you can do that as well. So we also offer a pre-university program, which is foundation and diploma programs, which are usually offered to students who are coming with a O-level background or a CBSE grade 10 Pakistani grade 10, Bangladeshi grade 10, or IB primary background. And these students can still go on the basis of their secondary school qualification for a 1-year foundation leading to a degree, which will be for the period of 3 to 4 years, 4 years in case of engineering and 3 years for all other degrees. Now, at APU, we also work together with a university in UK, which is called DMU, De Montfort University in Leicester, which offer dual degree programs. And these programs will have two advantages. The student can finish everything in Malaysia and can still get a dual degree, one from UK, and at the same time can also transfer on a 2+1 or a 1+2 model, whereby they can do their final year in UK and Australia. And we work with a number of universities to achieve that, and we have that option available as well. We also work with many other membership bodies. CMI I've talked about before, but CFA, ACS, SSB, and the Institute of Internal Auditors are few which we work together with. We also invite a lot of these experts. So when I was showing auditoriums to you earlier, I talked about that how we invite industrial experts. So we have those CEO series and different industrial visits, talks, and workshops whereby we do invite people to come and be part of our campus and talk to our graduates and enlighten them about what is required in the industry. So we do these summits and these things on a very regular basis. Almost every week, 2 weeks, you will see something happening. We also do a lot of discovery semesters, short-term programs, and exchange program for universities all over the world. We do campus abroad as well. And as an educational approach, we always put a lot of emphasis on leadership and teamwork skills. When our new semester starts, I have seen in a lot of cases parents coming back to me after 6 months or 8 months and telling us that how they can see a change in their kids from what they have sent initially, because the presentation skills and the professional attitude and values in the university help them to nurture them into a better professionals. And that is something which is always a goal at the university, because it can take you to successful jobs. Job Placement Career Center has a very special corner in the university. We have our own career center whereby we help you to connect with employers, create your profile, expose yourself, and match your jobs based on what you are looking at. And we do some mega career fairs throughout the year, at least 2 to 3 times in a year, whereby we will invite 120 to 150 companies to come at one time and showcase their jobs and take our graduates. And most of our graduates will be able to find jobs from there. We can easily have 8 to 9,000 jobs and internship opportunities available for students, because it's compulsory for all the students to go 1 year before they graduate for a 4-month internship as well. And that's where the university helps them as well. We also go for a lot of industrial visits, whereby we take our graduates to see how things work in actual. And on top of that, we also participate in a lot of award whereby our students compete in that. So the idea is not winning, but the idea is more in terms of competing with the rest of the world and becoming more employable. We are very proud to be the best cybersecurity education provider, and we have been winning this under the Cybersecurity Excellence Award for the last 4-5 years now in Asia. We have also a lot of exciting projects done by our students. This is one of the industrial design projects done by one of our students for cleaning the sea base, water pods, changing drinking water, seawater into a drinking water. A fridge, which is on natural resources, zero energy cooler fridge, also done by a student. A car whereby a lot of mechatronic and artificial intelligence students participated along with design students to make it a champion car. And then many other projects like flood assist drones, one-stop community projects, child protect, chatbots. We have also worked on autonomous wheelchairs for hospitals based on automation. We have firefighting drones, which have helped during the firefighting or even the flood victims. We have done that. So we work a lot through our courses in IoT, cloud, and many others. Even AI students participate in that. Multimedia, digital innovation competitions, cybersecurity awards. We have won a lot range in almost every aspect of courses which we offer. We also have a lot of students who work with us in different campus jobs. One of the teams which is based in my department in international office is our welcome team, which combines of international students from all over. And we also do a lot of these multicultural nights and activities. So in terms of universities in Malaysia, we probably have the highest number of these events going on throughout the year. Every week or 2 weeks, there is a celebration of one country whereby it's all sponsored and done by the university, and we help you in terms of organizing it through your community. Students come out with their own ideas, and students come out with this festive celebrations and events. So whether it's a loin dance or it's a performance by on Nowruz celebration by Central Asian students, or it's something by the Maldivian or the Indonesian community or the Arab community. We have from Mauritius, Seychelles, Indonesia. We have people, students from all over the world who do that. We also take very active interest in sports. We participate in a lot of inter-university competitions and also a lot of sports society. Incidentally, the university is very close to the national stadiums as well in Bukit Jalil, and we do have a lot of practices going on and some at the campus as well. So this was just a little bit background on the university, and I thought that I will be able to share some lifestyle with you guys, and you might be able to get more information about who we are and what we do. But I will certainly leave you on this part before we open the floor for question and answer session with the video about us, so to give you a little bit more on the lifestyle, and I will be able to play that. Just let me see if I can do that. Yes. All right. So right after this video, I'll be able to take questions from you and talk about the cost as well, which I can answer questions on, and any other questions which you have, since our applications are open for our intakes for 2024 as well. So let's see the video first. It's a 2-minute quick video. All right. So I think this would have given you another idea on the university lifestyle and facilities. Before I can take the questions, I would just like to share that studying and living in Malaysia is very, very affordable. And so is the application process, for which you can always consult our partner company, Qadri International. And we have been working together for many, many years. And you can always ask them, and their counselors will be able to help you with the whole process from start until the student arrive in Malaysia, including the visa process and all. At the same time, when you talk about in terms of the price, I think we are very affordable. You're looking at spending roughly around 28 to 30,000 dirhams for 1 year of tuition fee, which is for undergraduate program. And then you are talking about spending roughly another 20,000 dirham when it comes to food and living. Of course, we do offer some merit scholarships as well. But if you compare with the likes of majority of the universities in UAE itself, whereby sometimes the cost can easily go to 70, 80,000 dirhams or more for a year. And for some foreign branch campuses, which can easily be over 100,000. And with the likes of US, UK, and Australia, I think Malaysia still offer a very, very good fee structure, very affordable, and with the option of getting a UK degree and even transferring to UK if you want to. So with that, I would like to conclude, and I will pass it back to my host, who will be able to take any more questions or give you detail. I have just seen a question from the talking.
Well, before I get it, thank you very much, Mr. Ali. Can you
Yeah.
also so inform them about the new law that that they can also, after completing or during this one, they can work there also, you know?
Yeah. So basically, that is something which has always been a burning question in Malaysia, and there have been questions being asked about that because a lot of students, they wanted to know if they can work in Malaysia, and this has been in discussion by the Malaysian government for a very long time. Very recently, this has been taken up by the Parliament in Malaysia, and currently they are in the process of accepting a bill. So it's already in the news now that they have actually presented it to the Parliament to approve, and most probably it will be applicable from the start of 2024. We as a university are also waiting more details on it, but definitely it's happening, and we are looking forward to it as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali, for that very informative presentation and the video. Moving on to the Q&A session of the webinar. Now, students, you can type in your questions and we'll be answering them as discussed earlier. So the first question is by Tanna. They want to know how much is the tuition fees for the cybersecurity program.
Okay, if you are looking at an undergraduate program, then it would be roughly between 28 to 30,000 dirhams, as I've mentioned, for an undergraduate course for each year. And food and living will be another 18 to 20,000, depending on the lifestyle you come from. This is separate from the scholarships you may be able to take if your results are good. Of course, I don't know what background you are coming from, and scholarships will be based on the qualification and on the results you take.
Okay, moving on to the next question by Kareem. They want to know what are the requirements to enter the university, like grades and extra requirements or documents.
In most of the cases, we very much follow the requirements which are set by the Ministry of Education. We have different requirements for different course curriculums. American, British, IB, local system, they all vary. But I will say it is safe if you are getting somewhere around 70% in journal. That will be good enough for you to come in. If you're coming from an international qualification like American high school, British, or IB, then your IELTS can also be exempted, since media instruction is English and they are international qualifications. However, if you are coming from a local system like the local secondary school diploma in UAE or any other qualification, then you might have to get something for the English proficiency as well. And we will be able to advise you case to case basis.
Okay, we have another question by Ahmed, and they want to know the entry requirement for grade 10 CBSE students for foundation and science program.
Okay, so Ahmed, you need to have a minimum of around 60% in order to enter the university. The 60 will not mean 60 overall only, but you need to score 60 in courses like your science program, math, and few others as well, if you are looking at one of the technology areas with us. since you mentioned science program. And you can always go for a foundation in engineering or computing, and you can later on look into different courses available with us. However, if you maintain over 70 or 80%, then you will also be eligible for scholarships. Our scholarship for CBSE go up to almost 40% if you achieve 90% and above.
Okay. Again, the same question regarding the requirement. Akash wants to know what are the minimum requirements for IGCSE this time.
Okay, IGCSE, we usually look at 5 grade Cs and above, including the ones for which course you are going. So, for example, going for engineering, your physics and maths should be above C as well. And again, if you are going for anything else like IT or computer science, then your maths should be above. In general math and science, good to have C and above. Again, we do have scholarships offered if you are managed to get like 6 A's and above. There are multiple scholarships available on that.
All right. Those were the open questions. Students, if you have anything else, then feel free to type it right now. We would be happy to answer them. Let's give our students a minute or two. I'm also going to be sharing our contact details in the chat, so this will be visible to everyone. In case, as Mr. Ali mentioned, if you want to apply or know more, you can definitely contact us. Okay, another question by Ahmed regarding the requirements. What are the requirements for the IB diploma?
Okay, for IB diploma, you need to have a minimum of 25. And your maths and science, again, if you're going for science, should be at least 4 out of 7.
All right. Since there's no more open questions, I'm assuming that actually the presentation was very informative. We've mostly covered everything in that.
Right.
Once again, if there's anything missing or if any doubt wasn't clear, then you can always contact us over the contact details shared in the chat. And if not, then this is where we will be ending our webinar. And thank you everyone for joining. Special thanks to Mr. Ali as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ali. Thank you very much to all the students and hope to see some of the students there. Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.